Hey everybody, this is the 2019 card set, the SOMSFA Super Bowl. It is July 23rd, 2021, and this will be the last game played in this version in SOMSFA. The coaches in this game are the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. San Francisco coached by NFL Ed, Denver coached by Curt R. Kickoff was a touchback, inside run to Philip Lindsay as Denver starts it off with a 2-yard run. Both these teams were 9-7 in the regular season, but they got in a run in the playoffs, knocked off some big boys. San Francisco knocked me out. Denver knocked out the Chargers. We'll look at their other one. But in the regular season, San Francisco at Denver was a 19-13 win for Denver. Pitch out left to Philip Lindsay. Nobody's in the zone. It's going to be a 12-yard pickup and our first down of the game. Let's take a look at their playoff runs. That's the wrong one. 2019 SOMSFA playoffs. 1st and 10 out to the 39. Denver looking to cash in on this first drive. There's a pitch out left to Lindsay, and Ed calls run, switches it up. That would have been a 5-yard pickup, guessed wrong. But San Francisco went through 4 different teams. They beat Indy 29-22. They beat Houston 21-16. They beat Seattle 17-14, and that was the number 1 seed. They beat Dallas 26-19, and Denver also won 4 games, beating Minnesota 41-14, Green Bay 27-20, New Orleans 27-16, and a close one over the Chargers 13-10. Here's a short pass on 2nd and 10 to Christian Kirk, guessed wrong, but it's incomplete. So that'll leave Denver in the 3rd and 10. Denver is led by Teddy Bridgewater. Neither of these teams, you look at them and say, oh, this is a juggernaut. Maybe add a little bit more because he was 9-3 after 3 quarters and then lost 4 in a row inexplicably. A whole 0-4 quarter for NFL is like, spotting Bigfoot. It just doesn't happen. So here we go, 3rd and 10. As you can see, it goes 0-3, 4-7, 5-4, 0-4, and 0-4. 6-10 is Ed's Carlos Dunlap. His nose tackle's 5-3. Right in is the 0-3. Curl to Christian Kirk, guessed right. And it's completed. Teddy Bridgewater says, don't count me in as a middle-of-the-road quarterback. I can do some things. But he kind of is a middle-of-the-road quarterback, and it's a testament to Curt that he's been able to get this team this far with Teddy at quarterback. Philip Lindsay, no one fat in the backfield. Score out left to Kirk. There's 2 men in the zone. It's going to be a loss of 4. It's a white die 4, so even without the 2 men in the zone, it's going to be -3 as Marcus Trufant or Desmond Trufant makes that play. The defender on Kirk. So 2nd and 14, 2nd and long. A lot of coaches like to call run here, or call a run here when they're on offense. Instead, Ed calls run, anticipating that, and instead it's a slant to Rhett Ellison, 10-yard pickup. Curt is zigging when Ed expects him to zag, and he sets up a makeable 3rd and 4. We'll take a look at the career coaching records of these 2 coaches in a moment. Crossing pattern to Ridley, 3 men in the zone, guessed right. It's going to be a must run for 11 yards. Teddy does it himself as Ed flooded the flats, anticipating a flat pass. 1st and 10 to the 32, so successful drive if they can get some points. Ed has made the Super Bowl also in SSFA, so both of his spring leagues, he's going to be in the championship game. Off tackle right to Lindsay, nobody's in the zone, guessed wrong, picks up 7, 2nd and 3. The other backs that Curt has, and speaking of the Devil, there's DeAndre Washington. He has fewer carries, but he's over 100, so he's unlimited. So he'll bring him in on the 2nd and 3. See how he is catching the ball. Decent as a flat pass. Off tackle left to DeAndre Washington. Guessed right. Goes nowhere. So it looks like that's what Ed's going to focus on. Stopping the run and flooding the flats. And if Curt sees him keeping that up, he might take a deep shot to Calvin Ridley or Noah Fant. 3rd and 3. Crossing pattern to Ridley, guessed right, 3 men in the zone, and that's an 11-yard pickup. Ridley does not have double team completions, but he might in this next set. Find out in a few days when they release the ratings disc. We've got to get the pass rush matchup back on in a second. 1st and 10 at the 14. Nice opening drive. Pitch out right to Lindsey. Guessed right. It's going to pick up 3. Be 2nd and 7. And Curt's going to wind up using up half this quarter on this opening drive. Flat pass still in plays. They're at the 11. The best run blocker on Denver's offensive line is their center, so a line block might be good. Inside run draw to Philip Lindsay. It's going to be guessed wrong, only going to pick up 2. He wanted one of those 6, 8, 9 rolls, or one of the edges. Instead, it's 3rd and 5 at the 9. DeAndre Washington checks in. He still can't catch a short pass, so he's probably bringing him in as a running threat. But not a lot of guessed wrong runs for 5 or more yards. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he'll count on Teddy connecting. Can Teddy run the ball? Maybe that's what he's looking to do. Nope, nothing exciting there either. So Ed's not going to call a run. Maybe that's what he wants. Ed double teaming a bunch of leaving nobody in the end run zones, hoping to get it on the D card, but he's got good defensive ends. 3-3-5 showing blitz. Ed's looking to bring some pressure, or at least makes him think that. Denver's officially used up half the quarter. Inside run to Washington. Guessed wrong, 1 man in the zone. He needs a block from the right guard, but doesn't get it. Mark Lewinsky needed a glow up there. He was only a 4, and the white tie was a 6. So all that time used is going to result in a field goal attempt. Kick is up and good, and Denver takes a 3-0 lead. An effective drive, just a little disappointing that he didn't get in the end zone. Even more so effective because one of Ed's main weapons here is Jordan Wilkins, who he used really effectively. Jordan hit the like a plus 60 run or plus 50 run against me as the half wound down by hitting one of these edge numbers. So by using up all that time in the first quarter, you limit the number of possessions that you have with the first half back. But he's going to need to call a run to contain him. There's an off-tackle run to Wilkins, going to pick up 8. Look at Ed's offensive line. He goes 6'4", 6'7", 6'4", 6'7", 4'7". So good pass rush or pass blocking with 7s, good run blocking with 4 6s, as well as a 5 tight end over here, Jaden Graham. Jaden, don't call me Jimmy Graham. Inside run to Gore. It's 2 men in the zone, guessed wrong. Ed gets it on Gore's card for plus 22, down to the 45. Just like that, 2 plays, he's all the way across midfield. Wilkins is still in there. Quick out left to Blake Jarwin. Covered by a 5. 4 rated linebacker in the zone, and it's going to be a white die 6 So 3 plays, and Ed's already in field goal range. So that's how you respond to a long drive. You go on a quick drive. Let's look at Curt's defense. He's got a 4-6, 5-4, 6-10, 4-4. Post to Jaden Graham, covered by a 4. That's what Ed likes to do, hit you over the top on those guys covered by 4s and 0s. And he rolls it on Ryan's card on a 5. Touchdown, long gain. It's a 31-yard connection between Fitzpatrick and Graham, and Ed takes a 7-3 lead. Ed says, go ahead, Denver. Use up all the clock you want, but I got the lead. So Curt's time to respond. So Ed got long gain on a 5, guessed right. A guessed wrong run for 22. And a white dice 6 for a short gain. So it's three big plays in that drive. 3 impactful plays. Let's see what Curt can do. Pitch out left to Phillip Lindsay. Guessed right. It's going to lose 2. So again, Ed calling run, flooding the flats. Responding to what he thinks the other team is going to do, which is what you're supposed to do as a coach. Guess wrong, that would go +6. Curl to Christian Kirk. Now Ed switches it up, goes to a double team, but that's a linebacker double team over there. And Kirk hauls it in for 11. He used the free safety to double team Ridley. So 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak to Teddy Bridgewater. That's going to pick up a chunk of yardage as Ed moved the middle linebacker to flat. Bridgewater's max is an 11-yard run. Otherwise, it would have been 19. So it'll be 1st and 10 out to the 38. Lindsay has 15 unfatigued carries left. Short pattern to Fant, giving Ed a different look, incomplete, but good for him to know that Fant, covered by 4, is somebody who can be targeted. What's a 9 on Bridgewater's? It's definitely not a long gain, but yeah, incomplete over there too. So you won't see him going deep too much, but you got to put that in the opponent's mind. He only hits on 2, 3, and 12. Bomb to Ridley. There it is. Incomplete. Hits on the D card on the 7. But it was an empty zone. Guessed right. Got that pass rush matchup back up. Kirk, Watkins, and Ridley out in a 3 wide. Ed goes with the 3-2-6. Slant to Fant, covered by a 5, guessed right. It's going to be a dump off for 13 yards, and the drive stays alive. Another 1st down for Denver. If we were counting up 1st downs, it'd almost be the exact opposite of the score. It's 7-3 Niners, but the 1st downs are 6-3 in advantage to Denver. Quick out right to Rhett Ellison. Double teaming Fant. See, you put that in Ed's mind. He doesn't want you to throw a short pass to Fant. Hitch to Christian Kirk, a run call. Guess wrong is going to pick up 9, another first down. Denver getting closer to field goal range. And again, using up that clock. Inside run to Lindsey. There's a man in the zone, but he can't make the play. It'll be a 3-yard pickup. Tackle by Vince Williams. Actually, Vita Vea made the tackle. Vince Williams was the test, and I think I read the other day that he's retired. Pitch out left to Lindsey. Guessed wrong. He's going to pick up 5. He's in field goal range now. 3rd and 2. We're into the second quarter now. DeAndre Washington comes in. Crossing pattern to Ridley. Gets right, 3 men in the zone. Connects on Ridley's card. Bridgewater's getting lots of help from his receivers today. They're making those receptions even when they're double teamed. Bridgewater 9 of 12 for 79 yards. That's getting it done. 1st and 10, 15. Still a successful in a way for Ed though, because he's getting Lindsey's carries down, and Denver still doesn't have the lead. Pitch out left to Lindsey. It's another carry down the drain. Picks up 5 though. 2nd and 5. Lindsey down to 12 unfatigued carries. DeAndre Washington checks in. Short pattern to Fant. Guessed right, 3 men in the zone. A must run for 3. This sets up another 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 now. Last time on 3rd down, he ran the ball, but didn't get much help from his blockers. Glowinski, in particular, didn't get boosted because the formation was not of the sort that gives you a boost. But this time, it looks like Denver's going full house, which will help if it calls for an offensive line rating. See how it goes here. Checking into the game is Ty Johnson, who has 63 attempts, so he's another back he could use. Can't catch a short pass. Pitch out right to Johnson. Guessed right. Ed sniffed that out. Even guessed wrong was no gain. So he'll settle for another field goal. So like I said, Ed doesn't feel so bad about giving up so many first downs because you look at the scoreboard, it's still 7-6 Niners. So San Francisco takes over. This will only be their second possession of the game. Quick out right to Blake Jarwin. Nobody's there. And it'll be a 17-yard short gain. So Curt taking some chances, and Ed's finding those open spots. Fitzpatrick's 3 of 3 for 62. Perfect on that day so far. Bomb to John Brown. Guessed wrong. There's a man in the zone, though. Lands on an empty spot. Smoke can't haul it in. Another run call, Ginkust run, and again he hits, or not again, but he hits this time, 4-5, goes on a receiver reading on John Brown's card. Defender X as he goes 3 times in a row to John Brown. It's going big or going home. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Thinking Curt's going to clamp down on Jordan Wilkins. He's going to go the opposite way, go over the top. Dory Jackson makes play. If he had gone to Debo, that would have been a long game. Off tackle now he says, shook you off of Jordan. Defensive end makes a play, though. Alex Okafor comes up, puts it at 3rd and 11. Third and 11. Ed stays base. 2 tights, 2 wides. 3-3-5 for Curt. Quick out left to Blake Jarwin's correctly double teamed by the second DB, and that's incomplete. So 4th and 11 in no man's land. Let's see what the Niners field goal kicker is like, because he could get the adjustment to put him in better range. He is 2 through 4, 33 to 40, but 2 through 9, 23 to 32. So maybe he might go for it. He might punch it. Could try the field goal. So all options on the table here. Interesting spot on the field for the Niners. Ed's taking his time, contemplating this. If you go for the field goal, it's going to be at the 40 if you miss. He might not want to give up that field position. If you go for a punt, it's very likely you're going to go in the end zone, and you're only going to gain 13 yards. So Ed's doing the sensible thing and going for it, because if you don't make it, as long as there's not a sack or a negative must run, you're going to give him the ball to 33, which is better than the 40. And the rewards are there. If you convert this, you now have a new set of downs and a chance to get a touchdown. Blake Jarwin in the backfield, 4 wide set. Austin Eckler's out wide. Debo Samuel, Marvin Hall, and John Brown are the other wideouts. It's a bomb to Eckler, covered by a 4. 1 man in the zone, guessed right. It is going to be incomplete. Line defensive back in zone, Eckler, long gain. Demarius Randall stayed home. So I'm sorry, he wasn't the first DB in the other play. He was the free safety doing the double team. And there you go. Denver takes over. Down by 1. 8:06 to go in the half. At their own 33. quick peek at the box score shows Jordan Wilkins with only 2 carries today. Pitch out left to Lindsey. Offensive tackle can't make the block as he's a 0, so 2nd and 10. Lindsey stays in there. The under 10 carries left. He's at 11. Pitch out left. Guess wrong. He hasn't really hit any short gains today, or those, let alone the 30, 40-yard big hits on the edge. 12 runs for 42 yards, 3.5 yards per carry. 3rd and 5. Washington checks in. Sideline right to Watkins. Covered by a 5. Forward linebacker in the zone. Short gain on Teddy Bridgewater's card. 15-yard pickup and a new set of downs. So let's look at this box score. He's got to be 70% on 3rd downs. No, only 43%. But Ed's he's only had 1 3rd down to try. Oh no, he is. I'm sorry, I was looking at the red zone efficiency. So yeah, Denver's like 78%, 7 and 9, because they've converted 3rd down after 3rd down. But again, they're still trailing. Curt would love to use up all this time and find the end zone with a 2-point play to go up a touchdown and a half. Remember, the Niners get the ball first in the second half. Interesting. He goes to a halfback blocking back set with 3 wide receivers, replacing his tight end with Sammy Watkins. Maybe he liked that 3rd down catch. That was a 1-yard run on first by DeAndre Washington. He goes back to Lindsey. Ed gets a 5 extra DB on the field with this formation, and he has a chance to double team 2 correctly. If he decides to go that route, he could always call a run. Flats. Inside run to Lindsey. 2 guys are doubled. Ridley and Watkins. Offensive right guards, though, not going to make the play. Normally he would have, but because he was reduced due to formation from a 4 to a 0, I believe. Oh no, he was already a 0, so he's a 0 no matter what. So maybe this formation, or not this one, but the other one makes more sense because you're only really reducing the center and the left guard. Everybody else is already a 0. 3rd and 7 at the Niners 44. Screen left to Washington. There's a 4 linebacker in the zone. And it's going to lose yardage. It's going to lose a yard, bring out 4th and 8. And then Broncos finally come up short on 3rd down, and they'll punt. And it is a good one, down inside the 10, down to the 7. So here we go again, Jordan Wilkins or Baum. That's what it's going to be in the back of Curt's mind. It's a bomb. Guessed right, 1 man in the zone, covered by a 5. Picks up 12 on the dump. Deebo Samuel. There was a 27% chance of a sack, but the random was an 84. Okafor against Taylor Lewan. 3:36 to go in the half. Inside run to Wilkins. Gets strong, but there's a man there in the zone. Linebacker in zone can't make the play. Daunt Hightower comes up just a little short. He's a 5 against the run. Without him in the zone, it would have been the center, I believe. Yeah, plus 12. So stop that's an 8-yard swing. 2nd and 6. Tick, tick, tick. 3 minutes to go in the half. Graham covered by 4. Tebow covered by 4. Wilkins covered by 0. Pitch out left to Wilkins. Guessed wrong, and that's going to pick up 2. 3rd and 4. Breaks contain. And it'll let the clock run to 2:24. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Off tackle left to Wilkins. Short gain, guessed wrong. It's going to pick up that first down. Guessed right, it was a short gain too. Inside run to Wilkins. Guessed wrong, but there's men in the zone. Kind of hit another short gain, so he's getting his juice out of Wilkins. First and 10 down to the Denver 43. Quick out left to Jarwin. Guessed wrong. Is going to get 10. And now they're at the spot where the previous drive came to an end for the Niners. Offensive onside guard makes the play. Clock's running, but plenty of time to find the end zone. I'll take a left to Wilkins. Guess Ron picks up 4. It's got 4 carries left. So masterful job of using those impactful carries to influence 2 scoring drives, because this drive is likely to end in points. Core checks in on 3rd and 1. The Niners do take their first timeout. Pitch out left to Gore. Run called correctly. And it's going to pick up the first for 5 yards. Defensive end can't make the play. See if he had stuffed the zone. Still likely a pickup. 4-5, no, white tie was a 6. So he got out of bounds and just used a timeout, 19-yard line. Wilkins back in with those 4 unfatigued carries left. He won't mind saving a couple of them for the second half because he can still run them in certain situations. Quick slant, nobody's home as the run call is there. 12-yard pickup down to the 7. This time the defense might use a timeout. Nope, the offense beats him to it. First and goal to 7. 45 seconds to go. Eckler's in the backfield with Gore. It's another back he has they can use. 15 unfatigued carries for Eckler. 15 for Gore. Short pattern to Blake Jarwin, Foreman in zone. Guessed wrong. Incomplete. Hits a blank on Jarwin's card. Second and goal. Down and out to Eckler. Guessed wrong. He's not going to miss twice in a row, and he doesn't. That is a touchdown. So 14-6, 22 seconds left in the half, and the Niners get the ball first. So Ed's in a great position here. There's the extra point. Maybe a squib kick. Ed will know what the returners are like for the Broncos. Or he's looking them up now. We'll do the same. Nothing special. 45 and 50 on the edges. Only gets 23. So it'll be out first and 10 to 24 with 15 seconds to go. No dump offs right now, so it'll have to be Bridgewater hitting an edge or maybe throwing to an empty flat. Flare right to Fant. Trying to hit that empty flat. He's only going to get 5 yards. 8 seconds to go. Assuming he uses a timeout. And maybe he won't. Maybe just let the clock run out. Nope, he does. Really want one of those white die 6s. Get a long gain or plus 30. Vance guessed wrong, has a long gain on it. Guessed wrong flat, I should say. Maybe Wilkins says. It's a long shot. Yeah, on the edges. Crossing pattern to like on Treadwell. Successfully double team. Complete. So last play of the half. Bridgewater 12 of 16 for 98. long defense, incomplete, and that'll be halftime. So what I want to show you real quick was the career stats for these two. This is the current card set's not added in, but Ed has won the championship twice, 2-1, and has a great winning percentage, 74%. Denver Curt is just behind him. He's won a championship before. He's 1-1 in championship games and has a 54% winning percentage. So both of the coaches have been in there since the beginning. If Curt can come back, this will be his second championship, and he'll match Ed at two championships. And if Ed can hold on, he'll be up to 3 championships and have just as many as I do, and 1 less loss. So it's a pretty good matchup today. Curt needed one of those other drives to end in a touchdown to make this one 14-10. That feels like what it should be. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Fine, but have burrito down my throat. Well, I'm back, but I'm choking. May have to mute this for a second. Well, I think I'm okay now. Man, I had some good on the wrong pipe there. So you just saw a third down conversion. Bomb to John Brown there. Incomplete. You take another drink here. So 2nd and 10, this is the opening drive of the second half. Inside run to Gore, guess wrong. Picks up 7. So you really need to call right on Ed. Even guessed right, that would have been 6. He does have him in a third down. Ed likes this little end run over here with a 5 blocker against the 4 defensive end. He's got the edges, flat passes that are defended by 4 to 0 respectively to shoot at. Pitch out left to Gore. He's going for that corner again. He gets the help of his run blocking too. That's the big thing, is that this run blocking is so good that you almost can't afford not to plug. 1st and 10 to 36. Niners pounding away at this one. Fly to Deebo Samuel. Single covered by 4. Figuring with all those runs, guess wrong, he's going to catch him in a run call, but he just happened to double team the other guy. Second and 5. Inside field goal range now. Inside run to Gore, guess wrong. He's finally plugging that end run zone, and Gore hits a short gain inside the 15, down to the 14. So Ed's being methodical now. Slant to Jaden Graham, single cover by a 4. Incomplete on a dump off. Very few drives so far, but Ed's gone touchdown, turnover on downs, touchdown, and then another long drive for a possible touchdown. Denver trying to hold him to a field goal attempt or turn the ball over. Quick slant to Jarwin, incomplete, setting up 3rd and 10. Ed goes to a 3 wide with Austin Eckler in the backfield. Damier Beard. Hitch to Deebo. That's going to be a 6-yard pickup, so he will hold a field goal chance. Randy Bullock comes on, so this will make it an 11-point game if it's good. So Ed flipped the tables on Denver, just like Denver did on their opening drive. Used up half the time in the quarter and ended the drive with 3 points. And Denver will try to come down and do what San Francisco did and get a touchdown to tighten this game up. We talked briefly already about Bridgewater not having a great long pass card. Take a look at Noah Fant real quick to see what his longest is. Yeah, so he's got a dot. That's somebody you can fire it off to. Here's a long bomb to Christian Kirk. I guess wrong, but it lands on the defensive guards. Free safety stayed home. There's a short gain. Philip Lindsay finally broke off one of those, waiting for him to hit. 19-yard pickup, guessed wrong. Across midfield. Slant to Rhett Ellison. Guessed right, but it's going to be a dump off to Fant for 13. And that'll take it down to the 34. Denver's got to be feeling the pressure a little bit to not settle for a field goal this time. Instead, Rondell Lindsay guessed right. Picks up 2. Lindsay down to 7 on 15 carries. So he's taking a shot to Kirk. Quick out right to Ellison. He's double teaming Ridley. Linebacker in zone 1 or 6. And the 4 doesn't make the play. Brett, Neiman, and Marcus can't come up with it. Third and 2. Inside run to Lindsay. That's going to pick up the first down. Glowinski can't make the block, but he still got the 2 yards he needed to keep the chains moving. Off tackle left to Lindsay. Guessed wrong. Nobody's in the zone. It's going to be a short game for 10. Down to the 14. 3:36 to go in the third quarter. A touchdown here, and it will be a single score game. Even with a field goal, it's technically a single score game, but he wants to punch it in. Ty Johnson checks in as the halfback, trying to save some of those Lindsay carries. After those short gains, Lindsay is now averaging 4.5 yards a carry. Pitch out left to Johnson. Guess Strong's going to get 5. Second and 5 at the 9. That's a scary card to guess right on. -7, -8. Right there in the middle of the card. Lindsay's in there in the full house with Johnson. 3-4 showing blitz. Ed brings in a 0-0-8 and a 0-3 is already in there. But he brings in a 0-0-8 at linebacker, inside run to Lindsey. He's going to pick up 5. That'll be first and goal at the 4. Lindsey creeping up on 100 yards, 18 for 82 right now. He's got 4 unpetite carries left, plus another 4 that are useful after that. So not too shabby. Look for a Johnson run here or a pass. Catch him in a run call. 3-4 showing blitz. Inside run to Johnson. Guessed wrong. Right guard needs to make the block, and he does. It was Mark Lewinsky. He comes through this time. He missed the block earlier on a carry inside the goal, inside the 10. But this time he makes the block, buffed up to from a 4 to a 5. Now he's going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. I'm not sure. The guest right runners on the team are not that great. He needs to get Ed guessing wrong here or find a zone that's not plugged. I'd like a short pass to Rhett Ellison here. Short pass to Rhett Ellison, and he hits it. Guessed right. Doesn't get the sack, and it is a successful 2-point conversion. Here's the kickoff to return to the 24. So we kind of did see a reversal where San Francisco got a touchdown after Denver's opening drive of the game, got a field goal. Same thing in reverse in the second half. So let's see what happens here. Inside run to Gore. You can see that a guy like Gore's, you can get more guest run runs because people think, oh, Fred Gore, he's not scary. But he'll each one bite at a time with those 5-yard runs, 4-yard runs, 6-yard runs. Next thing you know, he's got 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. Already he's got 9 for 75. He had that 122-yard run earlier in the first half. Second and 5. Quick out left to Jarwin. There is a 5-rated linebacker there, and he makes the play. Down to Hightower, slid over. He can play inside or outside, so he had him playing there on the outside. Third and 5. This time he has Dante in there as the middle linebacker. Off tackle left to Burkhead trying to pick up a block on the D card, and he doesn't need a block. Hits the brackets, 20-yard pickup. Rex Burkhead runs for a first down. So tough to call run there or plug the zones. Now your next job as a coach is to get him in another third down. Bomb to John Brown. There is a 5 defender there and a 5 free safety in the zone. So it's incomplete. We're into the fourth quarter now, 2nd and 10. Yeah, looking to hit one of those big numbers and catch the zone empty. Roll another 5 on Ryan Fitzpatrick or something to get him back to the 2-score game. Fitz has not thrown a pick today, so that's a good sign. Jaden Graham and Depot are both covered by 4s. Crossing punter Brown doubling Blake Jarwin. It's going to be a dump off for 9 yards to Depot. 3rd and 1, so you got him in another 3rd down. And you know he likes to run up with those 6 run blockers, but he also likes to take a shot. And Fitz is good on the flat, so you have to make a perfect call here. And even so, he might go for it, but this is what you want, championship game. 3-score difference, a 3-point difference. Hitch, run call. He's on the D card, he gets it on the O card. That's another 1st down. Would have had to double him, and even then it would have been a completion. So Fitz is pretty good on those flats. Gore's back in there. Got to hold him to a field goal here if he can. Off tackle left to Gore being correctly keyed. The onside tackle is still going to make the block and give you a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. Better than an 8-yard pickup if you didn't put anybody in the zone, even calling run. So nice job there by Curt. 4-3 against the 2 tights, 2 wides. Got to watch the bomb to Debo. Gore to Graham. Off tackle left to Gore. Ed's just going to pound it away. It's going to get 7. 1st down. Frank, the truth, Gore. The inconvenient truth. 1st and 10. At the Denver 22. Quick slant to Jarwin. Guessed right, 6th linebacker in the zone. Defender X, +2 or +5, and 1 Thornhill's 5 doesn't make the play. White dive was a 6, 2nd and 5. How about a flat to Debo here? Debo's got one of those good, almost like a tight end flat pass card. Because you know that Curt's going to be thinking, oh, I got to stop this run. I don't want him, he's going to break contain. I got to maybe key again or something. It's the old cat and mouse game. Might be stuck. Looks like we are stuck, so let's go ahead and jump out. We'll wait for the new number. So here we go, 2nd and 5. Pitch out left to Gore is going to pick up 6 and another 1st down. A right call would have lost 2, would have been 3rd and 7. Edge is pounding away behind those sixes. Run, 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 run. Flat pass still in play here. It might be a good call. Get you right into the end zone on a short gain or a receiver reading. If a Curt calls run, inside run to core, just going to keep on running. This time the defender makes a play. Chris Jones is a 6 against he had to be a 6 because the white die was a 6. That would have been a 30-yard touchdown on a flat pass as long as you didn't throw it to Debo, who was doubled. Second and 10. Slant to Jaden Graham being double covered. Jump off for 6. That'll be 3rd and 4. Big play here. If Ed gets it down to like 4th and 1, he'll probably go for it. It's 4th and 4. I think he'll kick the field goal. Question is, does he run it or does he throw it? I say in run to Gore, and it is. Pitch out right. There's a man in the zone, but it's guessed wrong on the halfback guard, and that's a touchdown. Ed has been excellent getting coaches to call a run inside the red zone. And that'll be a 10-point lead with 10 minutes to go. So now the Broncos will have to drive down, get some points here, then get a stop. Can't think too far ahead, though. But the first goal is to get some points. Pitch out left to Lindsey. He's going to lose 2. Brandon Williams makes the play, defensive end. Nobody's in the zone, but he's a 5. He doesn't need any help. 2nd and 12. Screen right to Lindsey. He's going to pick up 7 as the linebacker assigned to cover Lindsey was double teaming Christian Kirk. So 3rd and 5. Big clamps on Calvin Ridley. He's been double teaming him quite a bit. 8:42 to go in the game. 4 down territory? Maybe. Just maybe. You don't get too many chances at a title. Ed goes with a 3-2-6. Noah Fant, Ridley, Watkins, Kirk. Sideline left to Ridley, not being doubled. Gets 6 yards on Bridgewater Carr. That's a first down. And the drive stays alive. 24-14. Niners in front. Crossing pattern to Ridley. Guessed wrong. 3-minute zone. 15 yards and a first down. Lindsey still has 3 unfatigued carries left. He'd love to hit one of those plus 30, plus 40 in run guess wrong. But Ed's keeping an eye on that. Ed's strength on this defense is on the D line and in the secondary. Lots of fives in both groups. Screen right to Lindsey. Double teaming Fant. Picks up 6. 2nd and 4. Watch out for the sneaky run call here by Ed to try to get negative yardage to keep you back and contain. .6:54 to go in the game. Crossing pattern to really single covered again, but guessed right. And it's incomplete. Guessed wrong would have been 17 yards. So he didn't go with the cheeky run call. Brings up 3rd and 4. That's a great card, guessed wrong. And of course, that would have been that plus 30 on Lindsey's card on an in-run guessed wrong. Ifs and buts. Pitch out left to Lindsey. Now he's got it. There's a defensive end plus 11 or plus 47, and he's going 47? No, he's limited to 40. That's his longest run. So he got a big one. He beat Brandon Williams 5. That time he did need help. The white die was a 6. If he had run the other way, it would have been an 11-yarder. First and goal to 3. He's got to punch it in and then get a stop. Give himself a chance. Lindsey, 20 runs for 120 yards. Really moved up from that 3.4 average carries he was averaging early in the game. And there's a guess wrong run, or guess wrong pass, short pass, as it called run. And that finds the end zone. Plus 11. Bridgewater to Fant is 24-21. 3-point game. The big run by Lindsey was the key play. Kick goes 3 yards deep. He'll take a knee, and Frank Gore and those big behemoths, those 6s in the front, will try to see this game out. 5:42 to go. And just as I say that, Rex Burkhead grabs his helmet and checks in. I'm not sure if Gore's low on carries or if he just wants to switch it up. Burkhead is covered by a 0. And he can catch a short pass or even go deep. Inside run to Burkhead, though. And defensive left tackle 0 or plus 13. Chris Jones steps up again. Second time that roll's come up. 5:06 to go. I'm telling you, mark my words, watch out for Debo, Graham, or Burkhead on a bomb here. But it maybe not. Maybe this is a different team. Yeah, it's got those 6s. He's content to just pound it away, pick up 5 or 6 yards, maybe try to break contain. Off tackle left to Burkhead. Yeah, he's running it behind those 6s. He's only going to get 3, though. Look at the box score. Is Gore out of carries? No, he's got carries. He's over 20, I think he can go. Just switching it up. 3rd and 7. This is a big third down here. 4:30 to go in the game. Curt needs a good double team here. Jarwin maybe on a flat. John Brown on a short. He would probably throw short, trying to get that dump off too, because he's got those good 7s. Crossing punter to Demir Beer. He pulled the extra DB back, so it's guessed right, only 3 men in zone. It's going to be a dump off. incomplete, and the Niners will have to punt. So Denver's hanging in this one, playing it close to the vest. Gonna make Ed play some defense here. Black Edwards kicks it 47 yards. We got Bobo Wilson there. Not a great return card, but he gets you 5 yards. And 1st and 10 at the 30. Down by 3 in the SOMSFA Super Bowl. This is our 9th season. Lindsey's back there with 2 unfatigued carries, plus another 4. Long to Fant. Oh, he just misses the long gain. Thought he might try to run it with Lindsey. He got a receiver reading. Fant's got the dot. He just couldn't hit the right reading. Now let's do the old devil's advocate thing. Not devil's advocate, but just let's take a peek at the 10. Kirk was incomplete, and Ridley was also incomplete. So the target didn't matter there. Curl to Christian Kirk. I guess the run call. Oh, look at that. Hits a blank on Teddy's card. So 2 guessed wrong passes that just couldn't find their mark. Bridgewater overthrew Noah Fant, then underthrew Christian Kirk, and it's 3rd and 10. (3-2-6) for Ed against the 4 wides. Everybody here can go deep. 2 guys are going to get double teamed. We haven't seen any big sacks in this one. Is it time for Carlos Dunlap to step up against Bobby Massey? It's a double team on Kirk. Incomplete. Would have been incomplete even guessed wrong. He's going to have to punch it here and try to play defense again to force Ed to kick it. So sometimes you make good calls, sometimes you get the good rolls. Ed made a great call on 3rd down there. He got some good rolls on 1st and 2nd down. Fair cut by Carlos Rogers at the 20. And Ed just needs a couple first downs. I don't think we're going to see Rex Burkhead again. Yeah, there's Gore again. He's got 3 unfatigued. Oh, so he can't go to 20, but he's got 17 unfatigued carries. So he'll try to squeeze a couple more out here. Post to Jordan Ground, covered by a 4. Is this the straw that breaks the camel's back? No. It's a loss of 1 on the dump off. Gore catches it, can't go anywhere. 2nd and 11, 2:06 to go. No timeout called. Ed was hoping to catch him at a run call. Will he do the same thing again? Try to throw it, get that first down, thinking that Denver will call run, trying to keep the containment in place. Yeah, it's the final 2 minutes of the half, and I think the final 5 minutes of the game. That's a tip-off that he's going to go to the 3-3-5. Maybe tempting it to run off tackle or line buck. The old cat and mouse game. Beautiful. Makes it fun. Pitch out left to Gore. Called correctly. There's nobody in the zone, and it's going to be stopped. No gain. So he goes to 3-3-5, shows him what he's, tempts him to run it. He tries to run it. He makes the run call, setting up 3rd and 11, biggest 3rd down of the game. Dang it. What does he say for? Oh, he used the timeout, and the 2-minute warning was right there. Mix up on the sidelines. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. Yeah, that is a problem with the game. They get out of sync by a play in these last minutes. Three-three-five against the base formation. Ed might try to run here and hit that hit a box in the D card, but I think he's just trying to avoid a pick, because a pick here is going to give him a chance for a touchdown. Inside run to Burkhead. Guessed wrong. It's going to be a 7-yard pickup thanks to the offensive guard, but it'll be 4th and 4, and Ed will have to punt it back to Curt. Curt's missing one of those timeouts. He should have 2 timeouts right now, but he messed up on the call. Maybe not messed up. Like I said, the game does get out of sync here. So he probably did see 206 on his side. But as the game showed you, it resolves with the host. There's a 5-yard return by Bobo again. So same situation we were before. 1st and 10 at the 30. This is where he went deep. Had Noah Fant guessed wrong receiver reading, but couldn't hit the edge. You still have those 2 unfatigued carries by Lindsey. Ed goes to a 3-3-5, daring him to run, wanting him to use those carries up. He doesn't need to get a touchdown. He just needs to get in the field goal range, move it to overtime. But that is about 40 yards away from long field goal range. Screen right to Lindsey. He keyed him, so it's guessed wrong. It's going to get 11. So 29 yards to go to get in the field goal range. 1st and 10 at the 41. Ed's great with a double team, so if you're going to throw it, you got to watch out for that pick if he doubles the right guy. 1:37 to go. He did get out of bounds there. Pitch out left. Now he's running it. Dreaded 5. What a time for that. Does he get out of bounds? Does not. Doubling Ridley and Fant. So he was doubling the 2 4s. 2 guys covered by a 4. 2nd and 10. What was Bridgewater's short pass on a 5 if he had thrown it to somebody else? It's a plus 10. So even if he had thrown to one of the double guys, that's his one. That's his double team hit there. One of his double team hits. Lindsey, one unfatigued run left. Quick out left to Rhett Ellison. Hits the short game. What a time for that. 18 yards. And now we were 1 first down away from field goal range. And once he gets it in there, then the pressure shifts as Ed tries to stop him from finding the end zone. Same defense, 3-3-5 against a blocking back halfback set. Flair left to Fant. Double teamed correctly, but it gets 6 on the quarterback's card. Does not get out of bounds. He'll hurry up here. Let's take a look at his field goal kicker. You're feeling a lot better, though, if you're Denver. You're like, okay, almost there. Just need another first down. It's 2 through 8 from the 23 out. 2 through 6 out to the 37. 2 through 10, or 2 through 9. Nope, 2 through 10 if he gets 13 to 22 range. Is this a spot for a run or a run call from Ed? Let's see what he does. How about a line buck to Lindsey? Pitch out left correctly. He's going to lose 3 yards. So he was thinking that. He wants to keep him out of field goal range. +6 if he's guessed wrong on a first down. Now Lindsey's fatigued. 3rd and 7. Containment in effect. These guys are all 4-4s. There's a 4-0 over here. But you're gonna, if you risk running it, you got these 5s and 6s. Those D line readings are gonna kill you. But he is 2 through 6 on the long field goal, so maybe he chances a run, hoping to break contain. That's a tough one. Ed with a big call there. Goes 3-2-6. So now maybe a run's a little bit more likely because he's not going to be able to call a run. Line buck to Lindsey to get it close. Then if you hit the dreaded 5, you're like, oh my God, should have thrown it. It is an inside run to Lindsey. Only gets a yard. 4th and 6 at the 37. He wanted that 7 or 8, or the 6, 7 or 8. Get you pretty good chances for a first down. Now, do you try the long field goal here, or do you go for it? Bridgewater's got that great flat pass card. 5, 6, 7 is going to make it. But 4 is not going to make it now. 2 is not going to make it. You need 5, 6, 7, 11, or receiver hit. Well, he's not going to guess run. Forget that. He's not guessing run. Blocking back +3 or +1. Decisions. You go hurry up with 15 seconds left. You need to get the first down and get out of bounds. He lets the clock run. That means he's going to try the long field goal. So here we go. 2 through 6 to send it to overtime. And if he gets the negative adjustment, he can push it out, and then it's not going to make it. So he needs it 0 or down. So 50% chance on the variable. A little bit better than 50%. Close your eyes. Oh, he hits the 6, 2 through 6, and we are going to overtime. He got it adjusted down by 3. Got the rolling needed onside kick, and San Francisco will get the ball first in OT. We got a good one here, folks. Ed with another 2-minute break. Okay. Okay, here we go. Denver kicks it 8 yards deep. Both teams running low on carries, but I think Denver's in worse shape. As Burkhead's okay. He didn't perform that well earlier. And now Jordan Wilkins is back in play. He's got 4 on 50 carries. Because we're in overtime, so those first halfbacks or the second halfbacks can now use up their carries. Inside run to Wilkins, gets wrong. And Linval Joseph makes the play this time, right tackle. We've seen a couple of those big stuffs by the left tackle and the right tackle. Usually it's the left tackle. It was Chris Jones making the play, but now this time Linval pitches in. 2nd and 10. He doubled John Brown. Will they call a run now? Will they double Debo? Post to Jaden Graham, guessed right. 1 man in zone. It's a dump off, 14 yards. Using his pass blocking to good effect. It only goes for 11 though, since that's the limit of Jordan Wilkins. He was actually a pretty good pass catcher. I think he did better than this year in the NFL. Run called correctly. Off tackle left to Wilkins. It's going to lose a yard. So he's doing a better job of stopping Wilkins. Just needs to make 2 more plays to force a punt. Remember, it's the modern overtime rule, so a field goal here gives the other coach a chance. 4-3 showing blitz. Inside run to Wilkins, guessed wrong. Short gain, 14 yards. Bomb to John Brown, guessed right, but there's nobody in the zone. It's a dump off for 7. Again, that pass blocking working well for the Niners. 2nd and 3. Good down and distance for that Niner offense. They've been able to move the chains. Frank Gore checks in. Fly to Debo, that's it, end it. It's a run call. Incomplete. Hits a blink on the D card. He kept the free safety home. Good move there. 3rd and 3. Need one more good call here. Look for that end run to Gore. Pitch out left to Gore. It's there. Guessed wrong. It's going to pick up 6 and a first down. Moves those chains. First and 10 at the 38. Wilkins back in there. Gore's over 100 now. 16 for 102. Quick out right to Blake Jarwood. Guessed right. Nobody's in the zone, but there's a sack. He brings the pressure. Donta Hightower. 31% chance of a sack. Hightower beating Ben Jones at 2nd and 13. Good call by both coaches. Roll just happened to go Denver's way that time. Pitch out left to Wilkins. Guessed correctly this time. But the block of the tackle is going to make it a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 8. Let's take a look at the Niners kicker. He's 2 through 4, 33 to 40. He needs those 3 yards to make it a 2 through 9. But you don't want to sell out because he could go over the top, try to end it. Throw short or long, try to get a dump off. Or go flat, hoping to catch you in a run call, worrying about those 3 yards when really he's looking for a first down. 4-2-5 this time. Interesting defensive call. I don't want to give him the box. You see Ed stays in a base formation. 2 tights, 2 wides with Burkhead in the backfield. Burkhead can go deep. Burkhead can catch a short pass. He's covered by 0. Maybe a flat pass looking past to Burkhead, looking past to Jaden, Jarwin. A lot of possibilities here. Off tackle left. He tries to run it, trying to get those 3 yards. He's going to get 5. That'll make it a 2 through 9 field goal chance. Unless he's negatively adjusted. Ooh, he was. He got 4 added to the distance, making it in the 33 to 37 range, which is only good 2 through 4. He misses it. Denver takes over at their own 38 as the ball went back 7 yards. And now they bring in Ty Johnson. Kind of okay if you hit an edge or, like a watered down Jordan Wilkins. Inside run to Johnson. It's going to pick up 5. Low fumble chance, so that's good. 2nd and 5 out to the 43. Lindsey gets back in the game. He's got 1 carry left at fatigue level 1, and then 2 more at fatigue level 2. Fatigue level 1 minuses 1 from the result on the offensive card. Further left to Fant, guessed wrong, 10-yard pickup, and now they're in Niner territory. 1st and 10 at the 47. Can Teddy Bridgewater bring a championship to the Denver Broncos? Lindsey stays in there. So fatigue level 1 on the offensive guards at a -1. Fatigue level 2 will -2. Fatigue level 3 will change the column from guessed wrong to guessed right. Here's a button hook to Lindsey guessed wrong. It's going to pick up 8. So Ed's worrying about the run, and Curt's using it to good effect to get guessed wrong flat passes. Not risking the short pass, worried about that pass rush of the Niners resetting this and making it a 3rd and long. Wants to keep running it or flat passing it. Inside run, guessed right. It's going to only pick up 2, which is all you needed for the first down. Now we're in fatigue level 2. And again, let's take another look at those. Remember, he's 2 through 6 from 33 to 37. And 2 through 9, I think. 2 through 8, 23 to 32. DeAndre Washington checks in. Ed's been showing a lot of run calls. Will he switch it up and go pass, thinking that 1 short pass completion guessed wrong on Bridgewater's card, and this is in the 2 through 8 field goal range. There's the pass. It is guessed correctly. It's going to be a 10-yard pickup, though. Bridgewater threads the needle down to the 27, so we're at 2 through 8 field goal range now. Lindsey back in there, fatigue level 2, willing to risk the -2 adjustment. .618 to go in the first overtime. Screen pass right to Lindsey, double teaming Christian Kirk. It's going to pick up 4. So now we're almost to that 2 through 10 range. I keep going back to this. I keep forgetting if I'm right, is it 2 through 10? Bailey is 2 through 10, 13 to 22. It's not often that you even have a chance down by 2 scores to NFL Ed in the fourth quarter. He's down by 10, inside run to Lindsey, guessed wrong, dreaded 5. Now, unlike if it was positive yards, it would take away 2. It doesn't take away 2 from a 0-yard gain, so it's not like a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 6 now, though. Probably going to try to run this to get that 2 through 10, but Ed may anticipate that, trying to increase his chances. Keep that 9 to 10 off the board. Keep it to a 2 through 8 field goal chance to win the game. Does Curt dare risk it here? Good percentages on a short pass wrong or flat pass wrong. Decisions. Washington's not getting great guessed right. So there's the slant. Guessed wrong. 11 yards. First down. Now we're in the 2 through 10. So he did risk it. No risk it, no biscuit. He risked it, and he's getting himself a biscuit. That biscuit just might have 2019 SOMSFA champion written on it. Does he kick it now, or does he keep going? Bridgewater's a minimum snap fumble guy. His running backs are not minimal, but they're pretty low fumble chance. Worst thing that can happen is a fluke roll on the D card for a pick. So he brings out Dan Bailey. Says, bring it home, Dan. Here's the kick. It's up, and it's good. And the Denver Broncos defeat the San Francisco 49ers to bring home the 2019 SOMSFA championship. Great game. Curt, man. They scored the last 13 points of the game, down by 10, with under 10 minutes to go in the regulation. They got a touchdown and a late field goal with 1 second left. It was a 2 through 6 chance. He nailed it. It was right there at the 37-yard line. So that could have easily gone awry. Instead, he boots it through. Niners get the ball first in overtime, drive down, get their own field goal chance, shank it because of an adjustment, and the Broncos take care, bring it home, and that's the game. So it looks like, I don't think either of these coaches usually come on, so I'll go ahead and shut it down. And congratulations again to Curt. Well, quick look at the box score. 24 first downs for San Francisco, 25 for Denver, 403 to 406. You can't get a more even box score. And it finishes up in overtime. So great job by both coaches. And we'll shut it down there. MVP of the game, it's got to be Teddy Bridgewater, right? 28-38 for 241 and a touchdown, no turnovers. Lindsey ran for over 100. Gore ran for over 100 for the Niners. Wilkins did his part as usual. Just a great game. Good job, both coaches. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.